Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I hope you had a good rest of your night last night because I know all the new albums just came out today and an EP as well. So yeah, I'm returning to you this morning for a album review, another album review, and this is the third studio, not studio album, fifth studio album by the band While She Sleeps. With their new album Sleep Society that I'm going to be reviewing. And it is the third album I'm reviewing for this Friday's releases, is what I was trying to say. But I slipped up on what I was saying. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for this album and let you know my thoughts on it. So let's dive into this review. Now, this album was meant to be about not giving up on what you love to do and all that, and having hope and optimism and other things like that. It was meant to be an album for rebelling against the system kind of stuff, uh, and not listening to what other people have to say about things. But yeah, I really enjoyed this album. Uh, I think it was a banger for sure. It takes a little time to grow on you, this album. Like, upon my first listen, I was not crazy about it. And I don't know, I was in this mindset like, oh, well, I was mostly in it for the music. But, yeah, it's best to be in it for the music and have an album that's gonna really be a banger. But this has more meaning to what they're trying to explain to the listener, or trying to sing to the listener, I guess you could say. Enlightenment is the first song, and my god, it's very good. You Are All You Need, of course, I really loved it. Systematic is one of my favorites, for sure. Along with Sleep Society, the title track, which is still a banger to this day, even though it came out back in October. Uh, it's still a banger, for sure. The end was a very mellow one, but it has more talking in the song, and the piano works pretty nice. Uh, I just like the electronic work through most of this album, and there's more singing, clean vocals in this album than there was in the last one. The last one did have it a bit, but they're basically trying to become this sort of band that's I wouldn't say political, just is leaning towards a side where they're fighting against the system kind of stuff. I don't know how else to describe it as, but yeah, I'd have to really do my research on what the real meaning of this album is, because yeah, it has more depth and more meaning. This album does, if you really give it a good listen. But yeah, it took me a few times to this album to really grow on me. Sorry if I stuttered for a moment. Nervous is still a favorite. It features Simon Neil of Biffy Clyro, which is a very good song. I wasn't sure what to think about the, what is it, the cuts where Simon Neil's coming in for bits and pieces of his singing. It kind of bothered me from first listen, but if you really give it a good hard listen, you'll really start to enjoy it. Yai is the next song, and it was fine. It was just a interlude to the next song, Know Your Worth Somebody. Know Your Worth Somebody was very good. I really enjoyed it. So was No Defeat for the Brave, which featured Derek Wilby of Sum 41, and that was a banger for sure. I like the screamer guy with his screams where he's like, "There's all that fate for the brave," kind of stuff. I really like that stuff. And just the uhs and all that is very good. Uh, or the O's with the scream that he's doing. It sounds really good. Uh, Division Street's one of the mellower cuts on the album. Well, there's a few mellow cuts in this album. Yai is one of them. It's not like it's one of them. It's just it has more electronic work, and it just says breathe. In some moments in the track, it says breathe. I think twice it says that. And then, of course, Sleep Society being my favorite. The end was like 7 minutes, but it was very enjoyable for really giving it a good hard listen and coming back to this album a third time. I actually really love it. It's very good. Call of the Void is a very good one too. I wasn't sure what to think of it upon first listen, but yeah, it's growing on me. So yeah, it takes a few listens for this album to grow on you, but you'll come to really enjoy it after a few listens of this album. It just takes a little time to grow on you. Overall, I think While She Sleeps' his new album, Sleep Society. I almost said New Sleep Society album or whatever I was gonna say. I was gonna slip up on this review, so please forgive me on that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was pretty good. The beginning was very good. Towards the end, it does get very good. It just takes a step down a bit from their metalcore sound from time to time in this album, but I think that was their intention, to make this album have some meaning to it for the listener, uh, to really listen through this album and see what their overall thoughts are on it. But for score, I think I'm going to give it a very good rating of a 9.5 out of 10. This is a very good album. I highly recommend you check it out by While She Sleeps, Sleep Society. It's just came out today, and I'm very happy that I'm starting to like it now. I was gonna give it a lesser rating, but no, I don't think it deserves that. There's more depth and more meaning to this album, but I gotta go into Wikipedia and see the background and information on this album. Because I want to see what it's really about. I know it's about fighting against a system that's corrupt or something like that. Or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's mostly an album to represent what's going on in the pandemic. Almost said it wrong, but it's an album for the masses and something like that it said on Guardian when I looked at what they were explaining about this album. But definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of the While She Sleeps' his new album, Sleep Society, if you've heard it. And if you like this album review I made for you guys today, comment below and let me know your thoughts on it. Tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you for another, I think it's going to be for the Greta Van Fleet album review next, and then I'll do August Burns Red's EP review probably tonight. I gotta see what I'm gonna listen to next because I'm unsure. I really do want to check out the Greta Van Fleet album to see what my reaction's gonna be on it. But yeah, that review I think will be next. And then August Burns Red will probably be the last one. With their Guardian Sessions EP. So And I'll also have a more talk on One OK Rock's new song Renegades tonight, so definitely tune in for that. I hope you enjoyed this kind of lengthy review. I'm sorry that it's pretty lengthy. I just had a little bit to talk about with this album. Like I said, first listen, I wasn't crazy about it. Second listen, it was starting to grow on me. And third listen, I really love it. So my opinion can really change throughout time after, well, in a day's time, actually. Because I heard this album since yesterday. But I wanted to wait to review it and until release date. So hope you enjoyed this review. Stay safe, take care, and as always, I'll see you in my next video.